This is about other people's projections, and there's nothing sinister in like what happened today, but I was walking down to the water and I saw a brother, Kaka, walking towards me with his lovely dog, and he was like, I didn't see your cat down there today. Because there's a couple of little puddy tats that I'm friendly with down there. When they're there, they just do what they want. They're quite independent creatures and hunting for food. But he was like, how are you? And I was like, all good. And then he said, what, you're going to swim today? I said, yeah. He said, it's really rough down there. And I was like, nah, that's fine. Oh, sorry, a bit strawberry. And he said, well, you have no fear, you're not feared. I said, well, no, I will go to the water in respect and assess. I'm obviously not going to put myself in danger. But I was like, fine. So I carry on walking on. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to, be pleasantly surprised about what happens when I get to the water. Anyway, go down. And as I walk towards it, I can't really hear it, which, when you hear it, it's a lot more wavy and chaotic. So I was like, okay, it doesn't sound wavy. It doesn't sound, what did he say? Rough, I think, and, or strong. And as I look at the water, there's a few waves, but it's very, very, very gentle. And, sorry, today there's just a lot of this is, whether we believe or not, a serious gateway. There's a lot of I'm just literally, I can see fireworks. I can see, it's the 4th of July. And I can just hear pum, pum, pum. Anyway, maybe it's that. I just, all these sparks, or we might be getting third eye pops and stuff today. So I'm really very, very distracted. But I went to the water and I was like, this is absolutely fine. It looked really calm. It was lovely. No one down there. And I thought, okay, so had I taken his advice, I would have maybe turned back home, or not gone in the water if I'd seen a little bit of a rough wave. And I wouldn't have got the cleansing that I know that I needed. I wouldn't have honoured the rituals and practices and offerings that I need to do, or feel I need to do, whatever regularity, daily, weekly, whenever we get called to these places. And this is really about that person. He wasn't a swimmer. I'm a swimmer. I'm not saying I'm competitive, but I practice and I observe, and we respect 303. We respect the water. We respect all of the elements, and I would never go in thinking that I can survive anything, because we really don't know. And I go in with a connection to water spirits and wanting to keep fit and healthy and be in alignment with my highest frequency, which is a natural state of abundance. And when the water is full, which the tide was high, that's all alignment. It's me being in flow with the abundance of the elemental realm. And it linked me back to, taking unsolicited advice from people, or listening to people's niggly things, which was like the other day when I had that self-doubt come through in the water, and I knew it wasn't mine, and I wanted the bird to confirm that, and they did. And we're very sensitive now, and people will just be spitting out things, especially if you find yourself on a path where you're doing something for your highest good, for your highest health, for your benefit, physically, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, financially. That will come with challenge and be met with opposition. That's just the way that the ops and the enemies work in the realms of the game. That's if we believe that this is what it is. Always open to shifting and changing, because it ever is, but at the minute that's where my mind's at. So it was about not listening and not tapping into, just kind of zoning out of what people might throw at you when you are walking towards your destination, to your goal. The destination, the goal point, is never really the journey. The lesson for today was, I came into, it was a sweet, it's harmless, but it was just a beautiful example, I felt, of someone having no concept of swimming, as in the ways that I do, seeing something negative and then projecting that out and wanting to potentially influence how I move through the day. And also it was said with love and care, you know, people want you to look after yourself, which is fine. But we really have to just keep focused right now. A lot of our people from our past lives, old life, past versions of ourselves, if they want to continue to project things, their lack onto us and create stories, narratives about us in their head because of the ways we're moving now in our lives, taking things personally when nothing's ever is personal, it's just a personal vibration. And so any projections that come towards us, resentment, jealousy and all of this stuff, lower realm stuff, is someone's journey to work out. These are the contracts that they have taken on with those emotions and lower realms. Like, until you understand jealousy and fear and all the lower vibrations and move through that, if you've ever experienced it, it's just going to keep cycling round. Just with the same as tobacco, just with the same as marijuana, just with the same as ayahuasca trip, just the same as mushroom, just with the same as chips, just with the same anything that we can overdo, chocolate, whatever, supplements, gym, until we sort of establish these like obsessive or projections of no, I think this is I think I'm getting hyper now. I've got so much coming through. I think I've mixed 2 points together there. But anyway, I am going to put this out because this is how the energy works sometimes. Higgledy piggledy. Number 7 on the clock before. Lucky number 7. And oh, that's why we're going into a new 7-year cycle today. Anyway, the fact is, if you want to swim and you know the water, just go do it. 717.